So I just got off work and I'm being guided to do this short video on this dream that I had this morning, actually. So it's 6:18 p.m. now, and I had this dream this morning around 3 a.m. And it's about the event, and it was about the wave, the galactic wave of love. And it was so beautiful and so significant and so it was just so huge and spectacular, and it was such a gift that I wanted to share it with all of you who feel guided to see this video. And I have it written down here in my iPod, and so I'd like to read it to you all if that's okay, and I'll be adding little commentary. I was inside of this trailer home with my family when all of a sudden I felt a huge wave of energy hit me. I knew I was changing, and I looked down at my hands, which were turning into light. So I was literally in this hallway, and all of a sudden the wave hits, and it hits my whole body. And I look at my hands. I know that this is happening. There's no room for interpretation. It's definitely the galactic wave of love for sure, 100%. And so I look down at my hands, and they start light starts coming out of the ends of my hands, and I could feel this huge. It's just the most powerful and loving rush of energy, and there's just nothing to compare it to. And you know, I've experimented with a lot of substances in the past, especially ecstasy, and it was so much bigger than that. It was just absolutely huge, massive, but it wasn't like overwhelming. It was just a big, beautiful, you know, all-encompassing, enveloping love, and you knew exactly what was going on in your mind, and I knew exactly what was happening. I was changing, I was ascending right in that moment when the wave hit. It was immediate, and I felt it a little bit before it came on, but oh, okay, so I'll continue. I couldn't see my body, but I knew I was turning into all light. So just like there's 2 episodes of Star Trek where they feature this type of ascension event, and I think I've written about them before, but in Star Trek Voyager, it's the episode when one of the characters goes through this ascension process, and she, at the end, towards the end of her transfiguration, she turns into a big being, a huge being of light, and it's just this big loving experience, and she becomes this huge, like, white, blinding light. And this is exactly what that was. This was exactly what I was experiencing. I was becoming this huge, like being of light. It was pure white light. It wasn't like yellow. It was like pure white, like whiter than white. Okay, so on the other episode of Star Trek was it was Next Generation, I think, and it was when they had that guy on, and I think I did a live stream of this episode. But at the very end, the guy, it like came from inside of his the center of his being, and he turned into this yellow light being. And it was kind of like that. It was all encompassing. It was so amazing. It was just like Star Trek. That's what I wrote. My thoughts and consciousness changed immediately, and I felt the biggest rush of benevolent power and love. Yeah, so it was like right away there was no trauma. It was only love. There was no thought of trauma whatsoever. There was no thought of conflict. There was no thought of hatred. It was all gone. Everything, all negativity, it was completely erased. It was totally gone. It didn't even come to mind. So there's that Bible verse that we talked about, and that the Law of One even talks about, or the Blue Avians talk about, where they had said that they're changing the timelines, and things are being erased. And there's that Bible verse, and I'm not, a Bible thumper, but it talks about that the former will not be remembered nor come into mind. And this is exactly what that was. I didn't even think about it at all. It was so wonderful. I calmed down, and the energy slowly dissipated. I was filled with so much excitement. I also recall getting a notification on my phone at the moment that the wave had hit, although it was so obvious I didn't need it. Yeah, I remember looking down at my phone, and it was like this notification pop up, like, oh, the wave, the wave is hitting. So like another indication, like, oh yeah, this is, you know, this is going to be happening, or, you know, in case I didn't notice what was happening to me, I got a notification on the phone. I don't know, it was a dream. So there was a second wave. A second wave hit, and I started to turn into light again. It was so beautiful and powerful. So yeah, I don't know why there was two waves, but the first wave kind of dissipated and the second wave hit, and it was the same sensation. I remember different people testing out their new abilities inside some indoor location by doing some majorly difficult physical actions like gliding across the floor close to one another, then quickly shifting positions upside down, gliding another direction. What a happy day. Yeah, I remember being inside this like kind of indoor or something, and people were like together, like they were couples, and they were just kind of flip-flopping all over the place. They would like glide and they would turn, kind of like a Rubik's Cube, and then just start gliding. They were just testing, they were just experiencing these new abilities that they can do anything, really. That's basically what I was looking at. It happened suddenly and without warning. I was happy to be near my family when it happened, although I don't think that will happen in reality since we're spread apart. I won't go into that, but yeah, so that's it. Really cool dream about, you know, this wave of energy, and it really felt like this dream was a gift. And actually the night before I asked them, I was like, you know, give me some good dreams, give me something positive, give me something happy, and they gave me this dream. It really feels like it was a gift, and I want to give it all to you, because I know a lot of people are concerned about, you know, how this is going to play out, and like what's it going to look like, what is it going to feel like, and I think this is pretty close to what is going to happen. It was so beautiful and benevolent, and the whole message was just, don't worry. That was really the whole thing. Don't worry, everything's going to be all right. When it happens, it's going to be so beautiful, and you don't need to worry. And that was basically the theme of the whole dream, is that it's going to be okay, it's handled, they've got it, they're handling it. And so we just need to be centered and grounded and continue to, as Allison Coe had put it, endure 3D, or one of her clients, you know, the beings from the client had come through and said that. So yeah, that's everything. So I'm going to sign off for now. I wish all of you so much love, and thank you for watching this video. Bye.